keep up with you.
We are here today at Manchester Memorial Gardens in Manchester, Kentucky. A while back, after we posted some videos about the Hoskins Cemetery issue, someone sent me something that Manchester Memorial Gardens had supposedly posted on Facebook, that they did not allow any kind of photography or videos on the property anymore. Of course, that's far from a legal notice, putting something on Facebook. I guess you'd have to probably put up a sign out there that said so, but the issue I've got is not, well, it really boils down to a lot of things. First of all, here's a sample deed for interment rights. I realize these cemeteries can post certain rules, regulations, but all of these graves out here were purchased by people, and I would think that the only person that could tell me that I couldn't take a picture of a tombstone is the person who owns that grave.
Yes, sir.
The family. But that's neither here nor there, and I don't want to delve into this very much. But we thought we would go talk to some officials.
Would you like for me to read their statement?
So we went over and we talked to some people today about this so-called rule. Go ahead and read that statement that they posted.
Yes, sir. On July 27th, Manchester Memorial Gardens Facebook page states as follows: Manchester Memorial Gardens is considered private property and is privately owned and operated. Out of respect for loved ones and their families, no pictures, videos, and derogatory comments are permitted. Findagrave.com or anyone connected to them does not have permission to post graves, grave sites, monuments, or deceased individuals' information, end quote.
You know, I'm a volunteer for Find a Grave. Maybe I'm sure that was just aimed at me, but there are thousands of Find a Grave volunteers that provide an important service in documenting graves and historic information on graves. Findagrave.com is a sister company to Ancestry.com and 23andMe and a number of other historic sites. So the work of Find a Grave is extremely important to the preservation of history.
Absolutely.
So that's the first thing I would say. You better stand guard out here because Find a Grave volunteers are floating around all over the place.
I'm telling you.
But one of the things that we wanted to impress upon you people today is going back to this rule. And we stopped by today and we talked to a county official. Brent, you want to fill him in on that?
Yes, sir. We had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Johnny Johnson, the county judge executive of the Clay County Fiscal Court. And he informed us that every road around this cemetery is a county owned and maintained road. And that approximately 5 years they came in and did the last paving project, and that as far as he was concerned, people can come and go out here anytime they want to. It is a public road, and as long as they're not raising hell, as he put it, they're free to come and go as they please.
I started thinking, there's a big blacktop loop around this place, and if Manchester Memorial Gardens had to do this paving themselves, I'm not sure they've got enough money in the bank to pave this thing or to keep it up. There's a whole lot, several $100,000 worth of blacktop leading into this place. And another important point, let me switch the view here. Another big issue is leading right back here, the county road that leads to a totally separate cemetery, the Burchell Cemetery, which, to my knowledge, Manchester Memorial Gardens has no say-so over the Burchell Cemetery.
I honestly don't know.
I mean, I don't either. But you have two cemeteries right here, so these roads serve both of these cemeteries, and hundreds and hundreds of families.
I'm going to pull up the county road number just so everybody knows.
While Brent's looking up that county road number, it's important. Another important point: the hundreds and hundreds of family members and Find a Grave volunteers and cousins and nieces and nephews, to tell them they can't come out here and take a picture. Are you kidding me? I've never heard a cemetery anywhere, and I've been in thousands of cemeteries all over southeastern Kentucky, and never heard anybody say anything about forbidding photography and forbidding videography in a cemetery. What you got, Brent?
Memory Lane is listed as County Road number 1321.
County road. Wow. Well, you know what? That's okay. I don't have a problem with it being a county road because, you know, counties have to maintain cemetery roads, you know, whether they be blacktop or gravel. This one's got a lot of use, so it's probably right that it's a blacktop road and a county road.
Yes, sir.
Lots of them around the county that are gravel, and gravel is really all they need.
Yes, sir. As we discussed earlier today, Clay County has actually done an excellent job of maintaining the roads in and around the cemeteries throughout the county.
Oh yeah, I've seen them all over this county, and they do a good job keeping the gravel beds and the road beds maintained throughout the county, or the ones I've been to.
Absolutely.
Maybe a few exceptions along the way. So, you know, I guess the folks at Rominger, Manchester Memorial Gardens, whoever they are, they got a little miffed at us because we talked about the job that was done over here on the corner for the relocation of Hoskins Cemetery. We talked about the way the tombstones were mishandled and said a few things I'm sure they didn't like, Brent. But you know what? The shoe fits.
I think if they'd have been a little bit more transparent, and if a neutral third party would have been allowed to observe in the process, we probably wouldn't have so many questions that we're out here hunting for the answers.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, every time I look at this area, right there it is, folks. That's the area where they say 65 individual graves were buried. There's not any kind of temporary markers in here. They have a grid. They have a grid. But that's the area where they say they've got 65 reburials from the Hoskins Cemetery placed. And that's what sort of got this whole stinking mess started. I reckon this is America, and we're entitled to our opinions and our free speech, aren't we, Brent?
Absolutely. I love the First Amendment. I love the Second Amendment, too. I love all the amendments.
I hear you. I got that message that we weren't allowed to film or take pictures out here. It troubled me. But, you know, even though it wasn't official notice, I kind of avoided coming out here until I could talk to somebody. So we got some information today from County Judge Executive. Told us to rock on, didn't he?
Pretty much. He said you do as you see fit. And of course, you know, being in a cemetery, we obviously want to show respect.
Sure.
And that's all we've ever done.
Well, not only have we shown respect, we've tried to fight for respect.
Absolutely, yeah.
For those who had no voice.
Yeah, when the people who don't have a voice don't have anyone to speak for them or represent them, then who can ensure that things are done properly on their behalf?
Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll be back. We've got some other information that we'll be passing on to you in the future on the Hoskins Cemetery story.
Oh, absolutely. Stay tuned because we've done a lot of investigating, and we can't wait to share some of our findings with you.
Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you soon.